What's up, y'all? Thursday, and used the kiln yesterday. It was pretty hot as fuck in that room. Turns out I'm gonna have to put it on hold for a few until I can get plugs for it, because the peepholes that are in the side are letting off way too much heat, and they ended up like singeing this piece of fiberboard that was there. So that is definitely a fire hazard, and I'm not trying to burn the shed down, so I gotta get those plugs before I can safely run the kiln again. But I used two little pieces of Topo Chico glass and fused them together. I don't know if it'll zoom on that, but they're pretty solid together, and you won't be able to see it, but the edges are rounded, which shows that it did melt a little bit. But I only got it to medium. I didn't get it up to high because at the like 3 hour mark, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to put it on low for an hour and then medium for 2 hours, and then you can do it on high after that. But I never put it on high because I noticed that problem, and just from a safety point of view, like, I need to be careful. So, but they did fuse together, so that's a good step on the process. Not exactly what I was hoping for. I was hoping just on medium it would have been like a nice blob, round blob on the thing, but I guess it's all super analog, and it's like a kiln from like the 70s, so I don't even know what temperatures it really hits. I need to look up the manuals, if they even exist in digital form. I'm sure I can probably find them on the internet somehow. But yeah, other than that, I did a lot of like social media kind of infrastructure stuff yesterday. So one of the things that I really enjoyed doing, I'm kind of getting the hang of like my like preferred kind of social mix, and like how to use each platform right and stuff like that. And Instagram is one of my favorites to kind of interact on. So like what I did yesterday was like, I pretty much use it to see like what is possible. So I went on yesterday and I started looking at like kiln glass and stuff like that, and then I found this hashtag that was like cast glass, which I didn't even know was a thing. And I saw all this like super cool stuff, like this one guy that got like a big V-shaped piece of wood, and he must have put like plaster on both sides, and then he probably poured glass into it, and it was all burnt where the glass hit it, and it looked super dope. And just all kinds of like super cool designers and artists like under that hashtag. And the cool thing is, so like on Instagram, I can't really save those things, at least that I know of. I can add to favorites, but it doesn't really have a convenient way, so I would have to like go back to that specific artist and like remember exactly what I really liked from their stuff. But with Tailwind, what I can do is I can just cruise Instagram and just like look at cool shit and give people props and stuff like that, and add folks and like start conversations and like really kind of build community. And then with Tailwind, what I can do is I can click a little icon in the bottom of the picture of whatever I think is super dope. So if it's like that thing that I just described, or if it's like some cool ass metal work. Um, I can press that little icon and I can save it to my Pinterest. So like my Pinterest has like boards that's like my favorite metalwork, my favorite woodwork, my favorite glasswork, like my favorite general design, my favorite like badass earrings and gauges, or like all kinds of stuff, like boards about like nature and the animal kingdom and water and fire and like all different kinds of stuff and space, like anything that like is made by another artist that like is super cool and interesting, or like things from nature that I'm like inspired by. um, and then Pinterest acts as like an aggregator for that. So like if I'm trying to think of like what's possible within like the glass realm, I can go back to my Pinterest board that I've created and like my favorite glasswork and like stained glass and stuff like that. And I can just go back to that and look at it, and like there I can like reference like pictures. I can click on the thumbnail and find the artist again, like that specific artist that goes with that specific thing that I really liked. It really reminds me of like the Tailwind Pinterest combination. Really reminds me of Stumble Upon, which I don't even think. I think it's still around, but it's under like a different thing, which I really loved as like a way to find super cool shit. Um, and I think that this is a really awesome way to aggregate uh, dope shit that like I think is cool. And it's also like a cool way for like if my Pinterest does grow to like put on like like these other artists and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna keep at it. I really love the interaction thing with Instagram. I really love the like aggregating stuff. Like it's almost like collecting like cool ideas and artists on Pinterest. Like that's why I said it's kind of like my command center, Pinterest, whereas like IG is like my forward base. Um, and then TikTok is a great way for me to like capture quick moments in video and stuff like that. So like if I'm doing something with the kiln, or like um, when I noticed those peepholes were like gonna burn some shit down, like that's a really good like chunk. Um, and then yeah, that's pretty much it for the day. Just went down to help my mom with some electrical and stuff today, so that was kind of cool. Uh, Plus I got to jump in the pool, and that's always good. Super nice and refreshing. And then I'll probably I started doing DoorDash, um, just to pick up some extra cash in the dinner hour between like 5:30 and 8 to just help out, so I don't have to depend on the design side for cash, because I really kind of want that to just like remain unbiased and like make what I want to make without having to like sell it, or worry about like being tainted by the money in any way, because I think it will subconsciously fuck up my creativity. So that's about it for today. Peace, y'all.